Hi, I'm Mrs. Jones, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to teach algebra at Normal High School. I would like to take this time to explain to you how I will engage my students in the learning process and the ways in which this will be accomplished. I understand that I will have 101 students in my classroom throughout the day. In first period alone, there will be 27 students. Of those 27 students, there will be 3 students who are gifted and talented, 2 students with learning disability, 2 students who have dyslexia, and 3 students who are English language learner students. The class also has a mixture of reading levels from significantly above level all the way down to significantly below level. As a teacher, it is very important for me to engage all of my students in the classroom. First of all, the seating in my classroom will make a difference in how students learn. I intend to arrange desks in my room into groups of 4, taking into consideration any requirements that are in a student's IEP. This will allow the students to work in groups, which I feel is very important. I will assign seating so that each group has a mixture of students with varying learning and reading abilities. In the groups where there is a student who has a learning disability, I will also place a student who is gifted and talented. Learning disability students, English language learner students, and dyslexic students will not all be put in the same group. I believe in doing this, the students will be able to help one another and learn from one another in the group setting. I also feel that students learn better when working with their peers than just from lecturing alone. Also in my classroom, we will be using technology. One of the main technologies we will be using is the calculator because this is an algebra class, and we will be using that throughout the year. And also, if available, I would like to have a star board in my classroom. I think that this will allow students to be involved in the instruction. It will also allow me to use online applications and programs that will engage students in learning.
Again, I am super excited for this upcoming Monday and the rest of the year at teaching at Normal ISD. Now, I understand each student will have different learning styles. Like some may be verbal, some may be visual, some may be physical, like they have to build stuff. Some might need to be social butterflies, as you can say, or maybe solitary, so they can be by themselves and focus. I'm going to incorporate that into all my lessons. They might not be all social or all solitary, but they will be a mixture of both, so all learners of all styles can be together. Now, how I'm going to do this is through different activities and doing different type of note takings. So the math that I'm going to be doing for Algebra 1 is multi-representational math with graphs, tables, word problems, charts, diagrams, you name it, I'm going to do it. Because I feel like if you see in multiple ways, you'll be able to understand it better. And for me, when I was in high school, I was the same way. I felt that if I saw it multiple ways, I really had a grasp on how to understand it. Now, the activities I was going to do, some of them include incorporating snacks, for example. So like M&Ms. So if we were learning about series in Algebra 1, I would have them start out with 1. And then I would write a formula on the board and have them solve out for the next 3 terms, you could say. And so then they would say it would be like n plus 2. So you'd start out with 1, and the next one would be 3, next one would be 5, and so on and so forth. And we would do this for not just M&Ms and not just series, but for multiple things in Algebra 1. Also, we would build 3D shapes. We would take time to actually see, okay, 4 triangles put together makes a pyramid. And for some kids who are visual and physical learners, this will help them tremendously to grasp that, okay, if I know one triangle, I know the whole surface area of the whole pyramid. And that's a huge concept for kids to learn. Now, another way I'm going to help them learn and help them evolve in their algebra learning is by something called Jigsaw. Now, this is actually a reading strategy. This is where the kids will be split up into groups, learn a specific item in their group, and then from there, they're going to go teach the rest of the students that individual idea. And so one group will be learning about adding fractions, and the other one is going to be subtracting fractions, and the next one's going to be multiplying fractions. Another one would be dividing fractions. And then you'd mix all those groups together to make completely new groups, with each one having groups of 4. Since I just named 4, you're going to have groups of 4 teach each other what they learned. And so then you can see if the students actually learned when they were with their other groups, or you can see if they learned really well, they are able to help their other fellow students out and help explain it to them. And so since I'm already having desks of 4, I can start out with that. That would be the beginning group. And so from there, I would have them teach each other just that one topic, and then spread out and go to a different table. And so that's what I would do for just some activities, for example, that I would be doing for my classes. So now the flow of the classroom is going to go something like this. Once they walk in, they're going to sit down, start doing a warm-up. It's going to be fairly simple, but also starting to warm up their minds, just keep them involved and really helping them out. And so once they finish with the warm-up, we all get our brains right, and we're all ready for math. We're going to start taking just some notes. I'm not going to pound them all the way down with notes and spend the whole class period on notes, because everyone falls asleep in math. I understand that. But I know that if I shorten it and involve activities, they'll be more involved, more willing to learn about math. And that's what gets me excited. I'm super excited for that. And so for the rest of this semester and for the next semester, it's just going to be incorporating and activities and bringing them into math, so they're excited to come to math class, not just, oh, it's math class, I don't want to go to math, it's so boring, Mrs. Jones is so boring. I want them to be like, man, Mrs. Jones is the best ever. So I'm going to do that, and then at the end of the class, I'm going to have 5 to 10 minutes of homework time where they can start on their homework, ask me questions, ask their classmates questions, because I feel like when they are able to ask questions and not just go home and struggle on it, they're able to learn better, and they're able to grow and learn the material better. Oh, Harry, you're just a mess today, aren't you? Okay. But anyways, I am so thankful and so grateful that I'm teaching at Normal ISD. You all have been a huge help to me in my step in teaching for y'all. I hope I can make y'all proud. I hope I can make the school district proud. And I hope I can teach my students what they need to learn as they go out from Algebra 1 to the rest of the world. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for allowing me to teach. It's a great honor. Thank you so much.